There are these 3 key areas that would improve your life, but you keep neglecting them. If you focused on only one of these important areas, it would allow you to make 10 years of progress in one single year. So, in this video, I'm going to reveal the 3 areas you need to pay attention to if you want to actually improve your life. But that won't do it. See, you are so close. You're doing so many things right. You're working hard and you're putting in the effort. But there's these simple hacks that you miss that are counteracting all of the good things that you are doing. So I'm also going to reveal what these 50 simple hacks are, how you can use them to easily improve your life, and in which of the 3 areas they belong. That way, you can win big. The first big area that you need to pay attention to is wealth. Getting wealthy means more than just having lots of money. It gives you the power to make your dreams come true and live the way you want. Now you might wonder, what's the first hack for getting wealthy? Listen, if someone uses a bunch of fancy words trying to sell you a financial opportunity, don't buy it and run the other direction fast. And if an investment seems too good to be actually true, it probably is. Remember, there's no such thing as free lunch. Always treat your credit card like a debit card. Imagine the money immediately leaves your account once you swipe it. So pay it off entirely every month. Remember to be frugal with yourself but generous with others. Then create a monthly direct deposit for a small amount of money into an investment account. Never look at the account, don't pay attention to it. A $100 monthly investment into the S&P for the last 10 years would be $20,000 today. So let your money compound and work for you. Tip 30+% around the holidays. Give a small holiday gift to any service industry workers you regularly encounter, like delivery drivers, trash pickup, cleaners, etc. It's greatly appreciated by the ones on the end receiving it. It's a simple yet effective way to spread some positive holiday vibes. And remember to tip the bartender at your local bar very graciously the first time you go. You'll get better service and build a relationship that will last. Same goes for your career. When you're starting in a new job, swallow the frog for your boss to get ahead. Observe your boss, figure out what they hate doing, learn to do it, and then take it off their plate. It's an easy way to add value, put up a win, and build momentum. And while we're at it, always set your emails to have a 60-second delay before sending. You notice most mistakes immediately after hitting send, and the delay helps you catch those mistakes. Also, if you're sending an email in the heat of the moment, it lets you cool down for a minute and reassess if it's really worth it sending this email out into the world. Batch email processing into condensed windows. Depending on your industry, it may be anywhere from 1 to 3 windows per day. Parkinson's law says that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Force a time constraint to low-value tasks to get them done efficiently. Spend 15 minutes every Sunday evening preparing what your focus tasks are going to be on Monday morning. That 15 minutes will save you 2 hours and a whole lot of stress. And don't over-engineer it. Get one small thing done that makes the next morning look and feel easier. Remember to download a free focus app to execute short sprints of really focused work. The app will restrict any other apps from being opened during your important blocks of work. If you're prone to checking your phone, then put it in another room so that you can physically see or touch it. And when you're trying to learn something new, try to teach it to a good friend or family member first. See what questions they ask and how those questions expose gaps in your knowledge. Then study more to fill in those gaps. According to famous physicist Richard Feynman, the act of teaching is the most powerful form of learning. The second area you need to pay attention to is health. Being healthy means more than just not being sick. It gives you the strength to do the things you love and live life to the fullest. If you're struggling to fall asleep, try the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in through your nose for a 4-second count, hold for 7 seconds, and release for 8 seconds. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which triggers your body to turn into rest mode. When you wake up, do 5 push-ups, 5 lunges, 5 squats, and a 30-second plank. You can do it while you're brewing coffee or right when you get out of bed. It will jumpstart your metabolism and give you a boost of energy to start the day. Go for a 15-minute walk every morning. You don't need any fancy morning routine. Just go for a morning walk. The sunlight, movement, and fresh air have a direct positive impact on your mood, circadian rhythm, digestion, and more. Leave your phone at home and let your mind wander. If you're trying to lose weight or lean out, to 25 jump ropes between sets in the gym. It's an easy way to burn an extra around 100 to 200 calories per day and doesn't create the mental drag of boring cardio. To eat healthier, do all of your shopping on the outer perimeter of the grocery store. The outer perimeter typically has all of the fresh produced meats, fish, vegetables and dairies. The middle aisles have all of the processed stuff. So if you're trying to eat clean, stay on the outside. Make a rule to never think twice about investments in yourself. Books, quality food, fitness and personal development all fit into this bucket. These investments pay dividends for a long time. Think about material purchases instead. Wait 48 hours to complete an order to see if you still want it. If you want to get better at anything, do it for 30 minutes for 30 days straight. It's easy to over-engineer progress. A bit of dedicated effort each day is all you need. 900 minutes of accumulated effort is enough to make dramatic improvements at literally anything. Learn one funny and good dance move that you can reliably bust out if you should ever get pushed into the middle of a wedding or dance club. Be bored for at least 15 minutes every day. We've completely forgotten how to be bored, but it's a tremendous unlock for productivity and mindfulness. You will read thousands of books in your entire lifetime, but there will only be a few that truly and utterly change you. Reread those books every single year. Your experience with the book will change as you do. You'll pick up new perspectives. It's absolutely beautiful. In your 20s and 30s, do a few things that you'll excited to tell your kids about someday. Go on an adventure, train for some wild event, get your hands dirty in a project, whatever. Create a few stories worth telling. If you're about to say yes to something based on the assumption that you're going to have more time for it in the future, say no instead. We tend to believe that we will have more time a month from now than we do have today. This leads to accepting commitments that we later regret. Just say no instead. Take yourself out alone for a meal once each month. Carry a notebook or pen, bring your favorite book and leave your phone in your bag. Let your mind just run free. Flex that boredom muscle. It's insanely freeing. It's like a meditative experience. Send a letter to your future self once each year on your birthday. Reflect on the present, changes you want to make, and your goals for the future. Use an online tool like Future Me to have it sent to your email address in 1 to 5 years time. You'll benefit from the reflection in the present and the smiles when you open these letters in the future. Do one hard thing every single day when you could also do it the easy way. Take the stairs even if the elevator is working. Run up the hill even if there is a flat route home. Take the cold shower even if the hot water is working. When we do hard things, we train ourselves to build friction and resilience. And remember, hard things compound. Have at least one thing in your life that you are extremely bad at but love doing. Ambitious and driven people tend to do everything with some specific end in mind. It's wonderfully refreshing to do something just for the sake of doing it. Stop trying to remember things and just write everything down. Use your phone notes app, or better yet, carry a small pocket notebook and a pen. The old-fashioned way still works wonders. As a rule of thumb, don't consume the news unless you're highly confident that it will matter to you 1 month from now. Consuming more news has become a reliable way to understand less about the world. Focus on a smaller doses of high signal content versus a constant drip of the breaking news that has become a standard of the industry. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every single night before you go to bed. Say one of them out loud every morning when you wake up. Stop trying to be interesting and focus on being interested. Interested people are prone to giving their deep attention to something in order to learn more about it. They open up to the world, they ask great questions, and they observe. Being interested is how you become interesting. When you're trying to break a bad habit, wear a small rubber band on your wrist and snap it lightly every time you do the habit you want to break. The action creates an awareness process that starts deleting this habit from your routine. When faced with a difficult decision, ask yourself what your 80-year-old self and your 10-year-old self would want you to do. Your 80-year-old self is most concerned about the long compounding of the action, while your 10-year-old self will remind you to have some fun. The third area you need to pay attention to is relationships. Having strong relationships means more than just having people around you at all times. It gives you the support to do the things you love most. So, tell your partner one thing you appreciate about them every single day. As time passes in any relationship, it becomes easy to take the good for granted. Don't fall into this trap. Highlight the good. When you think something nice about someone, just let them know. It's a shame that we often wait about some person's funeral to say all of the nice things we thought about them. The next time you have a positive thought about someone, tell them right then and there on the spot. Invest in personalized stationery and use it regularly. Emails and texts lack personality. Good penmanship and a handwritten note will always stand out. Handwritten notes are an old-fashioned thing that definitely should make a comeback. If you're trying to make conversation with someone you're highly intimidated by, then just ask them what they're currently working on. It's a simple question, but it gets them talking and animated. Ask follow-ups and listen intently. When you meet someone, say their name back once in the conversation. Once is enough to cement it in your mind. And if you do it more than once, it starts to sound phony. When someone is going through hell, just saying, "I'm with you," is the most powerful thing you can do. Advice, perspectives, or offers to help are minimally impactful. The notion that someone is with you is 10x more powerful. Be the darkest hour friend to those you love. If someone tries to put down your accomplishments, cut them out of your life. These people are boat anchors. They try to hold you back and create a drag on your progress. Distance yourself from anyone who spends time dragging others down and dismissing their achievements. Record a video interview with your parents. Ask them questions and have them tell stories about their adventures, accomplishments, hope, dreams, and fears. Our time with our parents is finite, and we often fail to recognize it until it's too late. These video recordings will last forever. Carry a pocket notebook and pen with you everywhere you go. If you're with someone and they say something interesting, take it out and write it down. It's way more polite than taking out your phone. It'll make sure you remember the thing they said, and it shows that you're actively listening. If you're torn on what gift to send someone, send a book. Flowers, bottles of alcohol, and other standard gifts are easy to forget. A book that has special meaning to you will always be remembered. If you're about to take an emotion-induced action, wait 24 hours. Many relationships have been broken by actions taken in the heat of the moment. Don't fall into that trap. If someone brags about their wealth, income, or success, just assume it's about 50% of what they say. The first time someone acts negatively toward you, just assume they have a bad day. The second time someone acts negatively toward you, assume they are a bad person. Give a stranger a compliment every day. Say you like their shirts or shoes, or compliment their haircut or whatever. Don't use it as a conversation starter. Say it and then move on. Getting a simple compliment from someone can make an entire person's day. Never keep score in life. When you're with friends, pick up the check now and then. It all evens out if they are real friends. Quid pro quo is a terrible way to live. Every hack from this video is worthless if you lack the energy to act on it. And where does this lack of energy come from? Your bad sleep. Watch this video right here, in which I'll teach you the 5 science-backed secrets that actually boost your sleep quality.